What's up? I'm EmEz, and while I'm based in New York City at Power 105.1, I'm a Jersey kid through and through. I mean, Jersey's the place where I found the inspiration for my career. Growing up in a West Indian household, hip-hop wasn't the first music I was introduced to. But when I did find hip-hop, it was a life changer. It changed my world. It changed my dress, it changed my walk, it changed my talk, it changed everything. I never really wanted to be a rapper or a singer, but I could talk to anyone about anything for as long as they wanted. So interviewing was gonna be my passion. I love music, the harmony, the beats, the lyrics, how it made you feel, and all of that just added to my love of the culture. And being introduced to radio personalities like Ed Lover and Angie Martinez further solidified that being on the radio as a radio personality was something that I needed to be. My impact would be the interviews I leave behind, finding excellence in artists before the masses could find it. My vision, my ear, and my helping hand will precede me, and I'm cool with that. And that's how I team up for excellence. You're tuned in to the Sitdown Live with EmEz each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:15.
We live. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing good, feeling good. Weekend is almost here. Shout out to Team Remy. This is the Sit Down with your guy EmEz. Make sure you like, subscribe, share if you're not already. Tonight we're talking to my guy Troyman. Me and him got a chance to chop it up before the interview started, and I have a feeling this is going to be a good one. So if we can bring Troy man into the room.
What's up, brother? EmEz, man. You the GOAT, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform, brother.
No. Don't give me the GOAT yet, because you were somebody that I heard was a fan favorite on Rhythm and Flow. I heard that you did your thing there. Unfortunately, you weren't the winner, correct?
I won. I don't care what these people saying, what they tell you, what they tell people at Netflix. Victory is truly defined by the person who is holding it. And I won. So shout out to D Smoke. That's my big brother. He is truly the victor within the show. But ultimately, he needed to share that victory with somebody. And I think that out of everybody, that person was me. So here I am.
Now, before you got onto the show, I was reading somewhere where you had almost given up on music. Is this right? Is this true?
Yeah, man. Before the show.
Wow.
Before the show, I was at a crossroad. My mother had just passed. It's okay, brother. I appreciate your love. But at that point in time, it was really hard for me. I was in and out of depression. I was just trying to deal with balancing my mother's energy alongside with, living with mine. And it was hard. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to truly see inspiration leaking towards music. And just the proper signals showed themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like proper auditions showed themselves. And lo and behold, I found myself on Rhythm and Flow. You know what I'm saying? I found myself auditioning for some great people, some notable people that can push me to the next round of Rhythm and Flow. And then from there on, I knew what I needed to do. I needed to fuck the stage up. And I made sure I did that.
So now, talk to me about your rap career before Rhythm and Flow. What were some of the things you were doing? How much did your sound change between there and now? Talk to me about a little bit about that stuff.
I've been a musician roughly since I was 13. When I turned 16, I did BET's 106 in Park twice, like back to back, like within 16 and 17. I was on Wild Out Wednesday, just displaying my talent, and forever grateful for that platform because my audience grew tremendously. And pretty much after that, after I did 106 in Park, I knew what I needed to do. I seen the demographic that I was accessible to, and then after that, I made my way into just tap it in, essentially. You know what I'm saying? BET truly opened me up to the platform that I knew that was a fraction of what I could tap into. And then from there, once I saw what I was exposed to, I went back home to the drawing board and did my best to make it happen. I knew there's a certain age, you know what I'm saying, especially after seeing people like Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo come up at certain times in their career, at like teenage times in their career. I knew that with me kind of having a sneak peek at that same time, that I needed to come back and grow as an adult and then truly display to these people what I was truly about as a man. And that's what I did. I try to make sure I do that to the best of my ability still to this day.
So what were some of the lessons you learned through rhythm and flow?
Um, the pressure of the camera is real. It's not even like a 10 pounds added thing. You know, you truly got to know how to conduct yourself as not only as a human, but as the artist that you've always wanted to be in front of a platform like that. So there's no takebacks. Ultimately, is the thing that I kind of had like with that platform. I couldn't any expression that I expressed for myself on that platform, I couldn't take back. You know what I'm saying? So it needed to be permanent. It needed to be real. It needed to be 110% real. Um, and I made sure of that. And I think everybody outside of me on that show pretty much did the same thing, essentially. So, yeah.
What was some of your inspiration during your time on rhythm and flow?
I could definitely say the same inspiration that's been inspiring me throughout this entire time. So, Tupac, Street Thugs, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, Jay Z, Pusha T, greats, you know what I'm saying? People who have truly made their mark in the industry, and that has made an impact on virtually every artist that want to has the same, impact as them. But stepping into it, ultimately, I would say the biggest impact that it's had on me. When I signed up for the show, I didn't really know what I was getting into until I was in it, and then essentially, man, I was at the W. They posted us up at the W, beautiful, beautiful hotel, and it said rapper go home, man. That's essentially what they said, rapper go home. And I've been rapping at home my entire life. So when they said rapper go home in California, I essentially felt like I was where I belonged, essentially. So a lot of people was going home before me, and I made sure of that.
Mm. You're from the California area, correct?
Correct. Bay Area. I was born in Oakland.
Are you a Warriors fan?
Definitely.
Of
Hmm.
course, everybody in Oakland's a Warriors fan. Talk to me about you growing up in the Bay and how that kind of molded your sound and who you were as a human being.
It's the biggest blessing I've received probably this far. Um, I've been blessed to see what sonically is appreciated on both coasts. You know what I'm saying? So when you ask me what I listen to, yeah, I listen to E40, I listen to Too Short, I listen to Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Guap Dad 4000. You know what I'm saying? Keep the Sneak. And if you ask me what the South and the East Coast has done for me, yeah, I listen to Future, I listen to what I'm saying, Ludacris and all of the greats that have come from here, and even the people that are in the Southeast region, Lil Durk, Kanye West, and, the list goes on and on. But ultimately, just being from the West Coast and moving east, I think has put me in a position of appreciating both coasts and digesting both coasts to a point where I can exalt the energy of both. So you don't really, when you listen to my music, you don't necessarily know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like you're stuck on essentially if it's from some East Coast shit or if it's some West Coast shit, but you appreciate it nonetheless. So and that's my goal. So
Okay. Now you put out an EP this past year, correct?
two.
Oh, well, talk to me about the EP and the process of putting those two out. Well, and give me the
Uh,
names of both of them.
of course. The pandemic has provided these two EPs. The first EP was Godspeed. The second EP was Chocolates and Diamonds. I dropped Godspeed in January. Chocolates and Diamonds was in February. Godspeed was more so on the motivation and the enlightenment of virtually every human on this planet. No matter if you're black, white, whatever your hue is, if you believe in the development and the progression of all human beings, then Godspeed is for you. Chocolates and Diamonds was for my ladies, though. Essentially, I feel like we are in a very effortlessly degrading time period of being able to degrade our women. They're allowing themselves to be degraded, but there are a lot of queens within that midst. And it was a good time to display that,
So
just
very
letting.
uplifting.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all women just be uplifted, but there's certain women in this day and age that accept their position. There's still women in Queens nonetheless, but it was a good time to uplift and appreciate the queens that I've come in contact with, essentially. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Chocolates and Diamonds is about. And Godspeed is essentially for all of us. It's proper motivation. I've seen a lot of people that work out, you know what I'm saying, that get up and go to the gym every day, or that get up and go to work every day. And they message me and they say, man, Godspeed is doing exactly what you intended for it to do in the sake of motivation. And I'm proud of that, essentially. I'm very proud of that.
Hold on, that's my son talking, calling me. So you had the EPs, you got the music. I have to ask you about what's going on in the world today. It'd be foul for me not
Of course.
to. How are you feeling about the whole Derek Chauvin case, his he going to jail, and also about Micaiah Bryant that just happened recently? Give me some of your thoughts on.
I appreciate you asking me that perception as a young black man. Um, it's bittersweet. Prayers and blessings out to George Floyd's family, of course. I know that they need it more than anything, especially right now, even besides the positive verdict. Black people have been under oppression for a very long time. That goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to sit here and preach on that case. But essentially how I feel about it is the tables are turning. The tables are turning. Essentially, we have a ton of people who feel a certain type of way about our criminal justice system, or Department of Justice, or our government in general. And it's seeing a shift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say that it's going to happen within our time frame, but ultimately it feels good to see that we're being heard in an essential way. It's scary to see that what the police force are doing in order for us to get our justice. We have to have a cop lay on a person's neck for roughly 3.5, 4 minutes to get justice. It has to be blinded, blind justice, versus it being such speculation. They know damn well that George Floyd and his family deserved his justice. But, it's a bittersweet feeling because they know what the fuck they need to give to us. And we know exactly what the fuck we've been fighting for. And it's a very tug of war experience. But despite that, the score is 35-2 or to 3. Two being one being Rodney King and 2 being George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And Rodney King wasn't even a fair sentence because we know that motherfucker did that shit. Essentially. You know what I'm saying? Facts. But at the end of the day, there's been a lot of injustice done to the black community. Still to this day. You know what I'm saying? We deal with injustice as we're dealing with our justice. And at the end of the day, I think that our country, the country that we have built its establishment on, and everything in that nature, they know what the fuck they owe us. It goes without saying. So my voice and my opinion means nothing because Martin Luther King's and Malcolm X's did the damage way before I was even fucking born. And this country and this government knows exactly what they owe us. So what I'm asking for is minimal.
Mm. All right, listen, homie, I got Troyman in the building. Let me pay some bills. We're gonna go to some commercials. Then I'm gonna ask the question that's posted up here on the live, and I'm gonna ask you if we can get a couple bars from my guy Troyman.
Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do.
Absolutely. So let's pay some bills. We come right back. Troy, don't go nowhere. Be right there. All right.
I'm right here. Yes, sir.
Beginning my first year of college definitely wasn't easy, especially when it came to money. Luckily, I found the Blender platform. I was able to create an interest-free private borrowing account with my family. They were able to fund my account with money whenever I requested it. Withdrawals were easy. Having that safety net credit line definitely took the fear out of being far away from home. Try the Blender platform. Maybe it can help you too.
The Blender platform, power to your wallet.
And we're back. It's a sit down with your guy EmEz. We do this each and every Tuesday and Thursday. We got Troyman in the building this evening. Let's bring him back in.
My guy, what's up, brother?
Guys here. Let's first get to this question. J-Fat says, do you think hypey sound movement gets the respect it deserves? Being that you're from the Bay Area.
No, it doesn't. No. The Bay and Oakland sound is probably the most stolen sound in hip hop, at least.
Really?
In my opinion, yeah. I go on and on. Can't understand how it lasts so long. Most motherfuckers know that. As far as Drake, we've been doing that for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That's too short, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that Drake is wrong for doing that, because he's absolutely right. He's paying homage when he does that, and we're not going to discredit him for that. But the Bay is a huge inspiration for hip hop. Not permanently, it doesn't have to be the permanent sound, but people are usually tapping into what the Bay has provided, if not now, for the last 10 years that has been relevant. You know, eventually, you know, whether it's the tempo, the certain bounce in the beat, the Bay is duplicated. And we don't usually get the recognition that we deserve. But at the end of the day, when we hear ourselves in these people's sounds that are not from the Bay, that's enough. You know, that's enough.
What's understood don't need to be said.
What's understood that don't need to be said? Nothing that's been new since Big Daddy Kane. I'm gonna keep it real. Ludacris told me that nothing has been new since Big Daddy Kane, and that's real. So as much as we say, oh, this person is biting this person, or this location is biting this location, it's like, man, it's all been done, essentially. You know, it's all been done. And no matter how you decide to twist it and make it your own, when we appreciate it, if you get love and hate with it, you're doing something right. You know, essentially.
Now, if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
I would be doing nothing. Not Ludacris. Will Smith taught me, don't make a plan B, because plan B distracts from plan A. And music has always been plan A. So essentially, when people ask me, what would you be doing? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, in my life, as long as I've remembered, the goal, the career, the job has always been music. Now, no matter if that's been me being the artist, being the writer, being the producer, or whatever the case, however the shoe fits, music was the bottom line. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, you know.
So you don't have any interest outside of music?
My father wanted me to be a lawyer. And I can see that. Because I'm great with words. You know, I can see myself digging into certain books, you know, Brown versus Board of Education, or, you know, XYZ, different case here, to dig in. And I would be I just finished watching this movie called Just Mercy with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. I could see myself being a death row lawyer, death row criminal attorney. Like, legit finding the innocence in people that society has completely all the way counted as guilty. I can see myself doing that. I'm doing that in music. You know what I'm saying?
If you could describe your music in 3 words to someone that's never heard it before, how would you describe it?
It's now, it's forever now. No matter how much my music is, I can make music 10 years ago, it's still now. I try to make timeless music. It's now. It's for you, meaning it's motivational, it's uplifting, it's self-uplifting. Um, no matter what the genre or gender falls for, both man and female. It kind of has a Kanye effect. You know what I'm saying? The music that Kanye makes, it's so motivational. It doesn't really fall on the gender. I really try to make my music in that light. And if it's love, man, it's love. I
Nice.
appreciate certain music. Like, I appreciate listening to people like King Von or Lil Durk or G Herbo, or it's a lot of really different Chicago roughneck ignorant niggas. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like that. Essentially, there's a different edge of that sword. There's people out here who exalt love, and as much as they'll protect what's theirs, their ultimate goal is to make sure that they spread love, and that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot to protect. Please don't come to me with that bullshit because you'll get shot. But essentially, um, if it's up to me, if it's up to my words, if it's up to my energy, it's a lot of love to spread. You know what I'm saying? And if people greet me like that, then you'd be surprised how far you get.
Those were dope words. I appreciate that, man.
Of course.
That's for sure.
Of course.
We've been talking about your music and your sound for so long. Before we go, can I ask you for a couple bars before we get up out of here?
Of course. Of course. Let me see. First off, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want when I wanna. Sipping Bloody Mary, smoking on marijuana. Heard they was sleeping on me. Let's wake them up out their coma. Now I got them sweating. And nigga, you could say it's a sauna. Talking out the side of their neck. They didn't mean it. Got them taking the back roads. They would swear it's the scenics. I've been talking to street lights. Get the fuck off my penis. Got them taking the back roads. They would swear it's the scenic, now I mean. Jehovah Witness knocking at my front door. Your death is on my heels, but we ready. You arrived on that bullshit, what you come from. Kanye, I'm getting out my dreams, so fuck Freddy. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight, nigga. Feel us taking over, you dumb right, nigga. Run for cover, motherfucker. I'm double single. Independent as a bitch. Don't tell me ring. Not about money, I ain't calling shit. So sincere with the shits. They just think I'm talking shit. They think life a game till I show them what a coffin is. COVID flow, sick as fuck. Bring the coffin in. Still a game. Still a blaze of awesomeness. Let me show you what awesome is.
Mm.
My nigga Panda just bought that through 509. Shooter. What I say after that? I forget.
Are you good? You good? You good with that? You good right there? You good right there?
Good. I forget that next bar. It was fire. It was fire. But we good. We got enough. We got
Thank
enough
you.
flame on.
Troy, man, thank you again for coming through. I appreciate you. Let them know how to follow you on the gram, how to stream your music, and be a part of everything you do, my guy.
Look, man, it's Troyman Official everywhere. Troyman Official on Twitter. Troyman Official on Instagram. You can search Troyman Official probably on OnlyFans and find some shit. Don't tell nobody. But push comes to shove, you know where to find me. Just type Troyman in Google, and I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of avenues.
Yo, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. That was Troy, man. Seems like a good guy. I enjoyed our time. I think he's got a strong head on his shoulders. I like him. I'm gonna make sure I follow him and do a follow up interview and see what he's up to. Seems like a dope dude, deep, and he's into what's going on now. So I believe and hope for great success for him. Peace and love to my guy, Troy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Um, Next week, Tuesday, we back at it again. Be safe, peace, fully, love one another, have compassion, and don't be so aggressive, man. Relax. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. Sit down. Peace.
You're tuned in to the Sit Down Live with EmEz each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:15.